Rider's implant is overloading. I suggest a hardwire connection.
Do it!
There!
Welcome back.
А, це там, де я був. Ну да. Я тут уже був. А, ну давайте глянемо, що тут у нас.
I'll make it right, Dash. I promise. Pathfinder, I'm Nigel McCoy. Just got out of cryo.
Welcome to Andromeda, Nigel.
Thank you. It's bittersweet, though. My little brother Dash was stationed on the Nexus. I just learned he died on Eos, trying to start a settlement.
That's awful. I'm sorry, Nigel.
Yeah. We were gonna start families out here together. I have a pendant our father wore. Dash had its match. Will you reunite them?
Of course.
In his digital journal, he mentioned a spot on Eos where he'd go to think. If you could leave the pendant there.
Да, такі інтересні місячки.
Leg's feeling a little better.
Looks like the muscle's bruised. The good news is that
Ryder, good to see you.
I'm sure the bastard...
Damn shame about your dad, though. I'm sorry we couldn't save him.
I'm sure you did everything you could.
Yeah, but still, we lost a Pathfinder on my watch. Doesn't sit right.
My dad knew the danger. Part of the job.
Now I just need to make sure your sister here pulls through.
А что с моей сестрой?
How's Sarah doing?
Her condition's stable. I see signs of REM activity in the brain, so she's dreaming. Means all the wiring still works.
How'd this happen?
It was dumb luck, really. We hit the Scourge at the worst possible moment, just as the stasis revival was kicking in. It's a vulnerable moment coming out of a 600-year nap, then wham! The circuit's fried and overloaded the neural pathways. Don't worry, I'm on it. We're not losing another rider.
Угу. Что вас привело к этой?
How did you end up with the initiative?
Well, you reach a point in life where you wonder, is that all there is? I'd accomplished everything in the Milky Way I could. I was locked into a future of diminishing returns. So coming here was the world's biggest midlife crisis. A chance to wake up in the morning and feel hope instead of arthritis.
Остается на Гиперионе.
Are you staying here on the Hyperion?
You know that moment when you realize you're just getting too old? Ha, right, look who I'm talking to. Trust me, it happens. For me, it was Habitat 7. Watching you guys running around, dodging lightning and the cat, it's a young man's game. Pains me to admit it, but it's passed me by.
What will you do on the Hyperion?
We still have thousands of people taking a nap here, and they need tending to. And this way I can look out for Sarah.
Добре, дякую тобі.
That's all, Harry. Thanks.
Don't be a stranger. If anything changes with Sarah, I'll let you know.
Ну це ж вона і єсть. Добре, добре, Сара, віддихай. О, Хейс у нас тут є якась. Грі, ох ти ж, багато у нас новеньких тут. Давайте запитаємо, хто він тут у нас.
Fisher, glad to see you're doing better.
That was some expedition, hey? Captain said I'm going in the log as the first human to make contact with the kid. And Kirkland's the first casualty. Wish it could have gone differently.
Wasn't your fault. It's obvious the Kett aren't friendly. Nothing we did could have changed that.
I suppose you're right. It's just not what you dream about. Meet a new species and 3 seconds later they're trying to kill you.
I hear you. But I guess that's life. Not everyone will see things our way. In the meantime, chin up. It'll get better.
Интересная шапочка.
Greer, how you feeling?
Grateful. If you and Liam hadn't found me in that cave, God knows what those aliens would have done.
We couldn't leave a man behind.
Yeah, your father. And Kirkland.
We'll never forget their sacrifice. It's a brave thing, risking your life for the greater good.
Yeah. Just seems unfair. We barely got here. I'm sorry I'm not out there with you, but Kirkland was a friend, and I'm not cut out for this anymore.
Understood. Habitat 7 was a nasty wake-up call. You take care, Greer.
You too. Thanks again.
Да. О. А це щось, це ми її спасли також, наче.
Ryder,
Hayes, how's the wound?
Doc says I'll
Прикольний
live.
причесон.
So this goes from a life-threatening gunshot to a story I'll tell my grandkids someday.
With no need to exaggerate. That was a tough fight on Habitat 7.
Just glad to be on the other side of it.
Отож. Так, тут ми познайомились, зустрілися, тут в нас все. Я хотів просто, бачите, не просто так зайшов. Добре. Ізучив. Так, давайте ще пробіжимося тут. Так, візуально. Дивіться, біг прикольний. От і оп, зупинився, оп, і розігнався, і оп. Прикольно, дивіться, оп, 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 оп. Я змотаюся. Подождіть, щас. Пух, гол! Я вам забив. Ви не зупинили м'яч. Нагадує реально трошки футбол, знаєте, такі анімації є. Подібне. Десь FIFA, я пам'ятаю, що така анімація похожа була. Так, начебто все поки що. Тут я вже розібрався, тут крігов камери. Командний центр, там не знаю чим зайнятися, треба тоді пізніше я займусь. Спочатку сюди летимо. Зараз уже якось розберемося з цими місіями. Ну, це ж таки гра, як і гра. РПГ, там де розмови, спілкування, дослідження. Це завжди потребує. Йома, ти мене налякав, я думав, вже ти хотів стріляти у мене. Реакція. Ох, ти ж так розкидали. Тут закрито. Прикольно зробили, чесно кажучи, набагато краще, ніж було раніше. Дивіться, тут мені подобається ця анімація, дивіться. Я хочу назад іти, раз, він раз. 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 Тобто, ну, якісь робить непогані елементи. Так, що тут у нас? А це що тут у нас? Що тут у нас? Дуже цікавенькі технології. До речі. Ні. Давайте подивимося, що тут ще цікаве є. Тут щось багато, тут стоїть
Pathfinder, Captain Dunn said to seal your father's cabin from anyone but you. It's open now.
А, це каюта його? Да. Це його каюта. Получається, перший проход. Це все є система архівації. Кофійочку я хочу.
The coffee machine Mom got for Dad. He was so busy designing you, needed the caffeine.
I did not realize I owed my existence to a bean.
And now you know what humility feels like.
Ох ти ж, я хотів кофійочку.
What's on here, Sam?
Your father's personal logs. Several of them are encrypted.
Зашифрований запис номер 1.
That log is inaccessible at this time. That log is inaccessible at this time.
Получається, все заблоковано.
That log is inaccessible at this time. That log is inaccessible at this time.
Понятно. А якщо обще? Ага, последняя запись.
Dunn's agreed to a scouting mission on Habitat 7. I'm gearing up now. I'm worried about Sarah. Dr. Tapero says she'll be fine, but she's my daughter. How can I not worry? I hate to leave her like this. It's these moments when you wish you told your children you love them more often. Or ever. Which brings me to the tough part. Kids, if anything happens to me, there are things you're gonna find out. I hope you'll understand.
Азарій археолог. Доктор Ліа... О! Ліара Тасоні? Це ж він її знає?
Sam, this is a reminder about Dr. Liara Tassoni. She's an Asari archaeologist I corresponded with a few years back. She's got experience studying ancient cultures. Make sure the team gets her research. Could be useful in Andromeda.
Pretty sure my sisters mentioned Dr. Tassoni. An expert on Protheans, I think.
I have loaded Dr. Tassoni's research onto datapads.
Ю! Це серйозно? Вона ще до сих пір, ну да, вони ж там живуть дуже довго. Ну ти подивіться, що виходить, що він навіть я познайомився з нею, да, чи що?
Hello, Alec. This is Dr. Tassoni. I'm flattered you contacted me. Most scientists dismiss my work, but I'm young and Asari, and they are getting older. So we will see who has the final word. In the meantime, I'm happy to pass along my research. I hope your team finds it useful.
Ха? Тобто вона ще до сих пір молода. Йо, офігеть. Да, доктор Тассони сообщение номер
Hello,
2.
Alec. I received your message. I must say the thought of exploring another galaxy has my head spinning. I am honestly not sure how people could survive a trip like that. And anyway, I could not bear to leave the Milky Way behind. There is so much about the Protheans I still hope to learn here. So much potential wisdom to tap. I wish you much good luck and future success.
Ха? Отож. Цікаво, до речі. Ні, мені цікаво в тому, що, бачите, ми хоч в записях, ну, бачите, є якийсь зв'язок з Млечним путі.
The day is finally here. We're pushing off from Earth. We'll jump through a few relays first, then we hunker down for the long trip across dark space. It's daunting thinking about all the hopes and dreams aboard the Hyperion. I certainly have my own. I wasn't the husband or father I should have been. Here's hoping 600 years can change a man.
Вже є запись. Ну, все наче. Каша то зашифровано. Фрагмент аудиозаписи.
I am Dr. Liara Tassoni, and I've spent several decades researching ancient Protheans. It is common knowledge that the Protheans were an advanced race that flourished in the Milky Way about 50,000 years ago, then went extinct. Even at the time of this writing, the year 2182, their culture remains a mystery. During my studies, I have developed some practices that can be used when analyzing any ancient culture. I hope they may prove useful for the research community.
А тут що?
When studying a dead race, the most obvious problem is the lack of an observable population. This raises the question, when is a species truly extinct? The Prothean civilization spanned the galaxy, and it took centuries to confirm that all members of the species really had died out. While it's possible that living Protheans may be found in a hidden pocket of the galaxy one day, the chances are statistically trivial. Once an extinction is confirmed, the study's nature moves from sociology to exoarchaeology.
Тобто він слухав лекції, виходить, Тассоні, да, я так понял. О, Нормандія. Отож. Фрагмент записі, ось знову.
When studying an extinct race, it is important that our preconceptions and current knowledge not color the facts.
Ова.
We must look to the evidence itself. The Protheans
О, як інтересно звук
and an
зробили.
incredible network of Mass Effect relays.
Цікаво.
This speaks to a culture of the highest order. Such a monumental achievement surely must come from an enlightened race that was in harmony with its people, free of conflict and strife. Without the ability to study a living example, however, this can never be determined with 100% accuracy.
Ого. Так, і що там за книги?
Printed books.
Reproductions of Lewis and Clark's journals, detailing their expedition in the 19th century.
19 века.
Explains Dad's interest. They were pathfinders too.
О, скільки пушечок, йома. О.
Your father's first sidearm, a memento of his early Alliance service.
I bet that saw plenty of action.
Alec's first kill occurred in combat during the First Contact War.
Back when Turians were the enemy. Crazy times.
Цікаво. Подождіть, а якщо я ще раз натисну?
Your father's first sidearm, a memento of his early Alliance
Повторяється, я
service.
так понял.
I bet that saw plenty of
На
action.
всякий
Alec's
випадок
first
провірить.
kill occurred in combat during the First Contact War.
Back
Ну,
when
все
Turians were the
наче.
enemy. Crazy times.
Давайте ще збігаємо. Трошки ще обслідуємо. Ось і Сем.
Hello, Ryder. Welcome back to Sam Node. I've adjusted my connection to your implant. The headache you experienced before shouldn't reoccur.
Yeah, what was that about? You said we need to discuss something confidential.
You should know certain facts before you leave on your expedition. It seemed best we speak alone.
I don't understand the need for secrecy.
Your father felt it was for the best.
What was he trying to hide?
My true capabilities. Alec overrode the implant's safety protocols. It allows me unrestricted access to the Pathfinder's physiology.
And that's me now.
And only you. I can act as a force multiplier, dramatically enhancing your motor and neural skills when required. Alec called them profiles. They provide unique tactical augmentation during combat. Your father preferred to keep this fact to himself.
I can understand. People might get the wrong idea. Super soldiers. A computer having control over a human.
Providing an enhancement to the human. It is a symbiotic relationship that benefits both.
What do you get out of it?
Though I'm artificial in design, I am fully sentient, far beyond what even the Initiative understands.
I don't follow. You're an AI. So what's different?
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from the human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
That's pretty amazing.
But beyond what many people will accept, your father knew some would fear it.
Yeah, he's got a point. So what does this mean for the two of us?
I find myself in an unusual position. Though I had access to your father's experiences, there is a gap in my understanding.
How so?
He placed a block on portions of my memory array.
Why?
Perhaps so when you asked me what his plan was, I wouldn't know.
And Dad strikes again.
But not without recourse. The further you explore as a Pathfinder, the more blocks will be removed. Perhaps you should begin in your father's quarters. In the meantime, unless you have more questions, your new ship awaits.
Thanks.
А це що таке? Профиль позволяет Сэму перенастроить имплант первопроходца для лучших показателей на поле боя. Чтобы активировать профиль, виберите його, тисніть пробіл. У мене профіль це є інженер. Развивайте боевые технические или биологические навыки, чтобы открыть новые, более сильные профи. Все. Интересненько. Подождите, а давайте попробуем. Ще раз.
Printed books.
Reproductions of Lewis and Clark's journals, detailing their expedition in the 19th century.
Sam? What was that?
An eidetic trigger, related to your father, and the portions of my memory array he locked.
What triggered it?
Alec tied it to your progression as Pathfinder, not to a location. Puzzling as it may be, my programming is clear. Locating more of these triggers will unlock the memories. One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam Node on the Hyperion to investigate further.
А ну подождіть.
Your father's personal logs.
Типу, я не зможу, да? Ну ладно. Пу-пу-пу-пу.
What's the latest about waking up? We're in a holding pattern. Word is the Nexus doesn't
Pathfinder, it's good to see you. Word is there's been trouble on the station.
We just got here. How did you know that already?
Word gets around.
Does it now?
People talk to me. Anyway, as soon as we establish outposts, everything will even out. I'm sure of it.
Что ты тут делаешь?
Why did you join the initiative?
The most popular question on the station. Honestly, I wouldn't have known about this project if Nozomi hadn't reached out to me.
Nozomi?
Captain Dunn. Of all the captains I've piloted for, she's the best. I've always been a wanderer at heart. When she asked me to be her pilot, how could I say no to the adventure of a lifetime?
How do you feel about all this now that we're here?
Hopeful. I know it's a rose-colored outlook, but someone's got to keep the positivity coming, right?
А твоя семья?
What about your family?
I'm an orphan. My parents died on the Mindoir colony when it was attacked years ago. No siblings. I left some friends and distant relatives behind, but I have friends here too. I love piloting, but I like the idea of going back to my roots and farming like my parents did. Someday.
Поговорим позже.
Have to go now. See you later.
Talk to you later.
Хорошо. Так, оп-оп-оп-оп, а потом...
Ryder,
You're not on the bridge, Captain?
we powered it down. Can't afford to waste energy. Though Cryo Bay and Sam Node are exempt. And I told them to keep their hands off Alec's quarters. You have access now.
Thanks.
Hey, sorry about your father. He was really good at what he did. Just not so good at working with people. He was right about going planetside, though.
I wish you were still here. There's so much you could have taught me.
You'll do fine. You're off to a good start. If there's anything else I can help with, let me know.
Яка ваша роль?
Now that the Hyperion is docked, what'll you do?
Normally, I'd supervise thawing out the colonists, but that's been put on hold. I hear you're the one helping resolve the issue. Good luck with that.
Які ожидання у вас?
If someone had told you that you'd be in the Andromeda cluster, even 5 years ago.
Are you kidding me? I'd have laughed them out of the quadrant. Although the way things are now isn't exactly what I was hoping for either. We all knew there was a possibility on arrival of less than ideal circumstances. When you sign up, you hope for the best and plan for the worst.
Участі в ініціативі.
Why did you join the initiative? We're a long way from home.
How could I not? I love my job. Coming here, all this, it was just a logical extension of what I already do. Sailing through new stars, discovering new worlds. What self-respecting explorer could pass that up?
Я згоден, я би так теж хотілось мені. Знаєте,
Thanks for the
відчуття
talk.
таке.
All right, I have requests to submit, administrators to harass, and people to wake up. I'd better get to it. Good luck out there.
Ну да, було б мені теж таке цікаве, знаєте, подорожувати, відчувати такі якісь, що буде далі. От воно таке, знаєте, да, воно би прям впитує.
Kellis?
Yes?
I have evidence you've been sabotaging the Nexus.
What? No, I'd never... I've been looking into this myself. I have the scans to prove it. Here. I'll transfer the scans I took to your Omni tool.
Funny. Raj was investigating the same thing, and it led us to you.
My scans point at Raj as the one. So unless someone was setting us both up, I just don't understand.
The data Miss Kellis has accumulated is strangely similar to Mr. Patel's. A third party seems likely.
Данные, собранные мисс Келлс, удивительно похожи на данные мистера Паттеля. Похоже, тут задействована третья сторона. Тактика отвлечения?
The real saboteur could be setting you both up.
Because we both figured out something was going on? That would make sense. It's better than thinking Raj could have done this. But it means all the data I have is useless. Wish I had access to the security cams. I bet we could find something there.
You stay put, so whoever did this doesn't realize we're onto them. I'll check out the security cams. Raj, you there?
Ух ты, ёма.
Yes. How did it go? Is it really her?
Wasn't her. She had proof pointing at you. I figure someone's been messing with you both. Just keep a low profile and don't talk to anyone. I'm on it.
Проверить записи охраны. Де воно знаходиться? Ви що, прикалуєте, що треба реально і... Ладно. Ну, цікаво дізнатися. Зараз хочу вже розібратися з цією місією вже і буде кайф. Ага. Добре, хоча б позначки дають, вже хорошо. Так, записи охраны. Выявлены проблемы доступа к сети. Сбиты маркеры времени. Повреждена система повторного просмотра.
This file is useless. Let's check another.
Ха. Давай. Сохраняются проблемы доступа к сети. Сбиты маркеры времени. Защита от сбоев отключилась. Требуется восстановление системы.
And another scrambled file.
Coincidence seems unlikely.
Let's check another.
І те саме.
This file is also corrupted. Definitely not a coincidence. You'd need pretty high clearance to mess with the security camera files. Someone working for Kandros, maybe.
That is the most probable scenario.
Think you can get enough out of the files to find a match using biometric scans, Sam?
The files were badly scrambled, but if I combine all the available identifiers, it might work. Based on the limited information available, we are looking for a human male, assigned either to the Nexus or Hyperion. You will need to conduct scans from close proximity.
Got it.
Да, щось тут так інтересненько.
This person is not a match.
Не замішан. Значить оцей залишився. Ближче до якраз до цього моменту. Він якраз знаходиться близько.
Negative match.
Да. Сканить сотрудников безопасности на Нексусе. Ладно, сейчас давайте. Швиденько, швиденько, розганяйся. Опана, це ж таке? О, стиковочний отсек. Ну це, мабуть, пізніше, да? О, давайте зараз закінчити цю місію, і ми якраз і закінчимо серію. Ну, трошки така утомітельна, чесно, багато розмов треба, я розумію. Ну, а що ж робити? А, це він.
Negative match.
Може те, що тут злазить.
Scan results show a partial positive. Target is most likely suspect.
Who is he?
Dale Atkins reports to Kandros' department, assigned to station security.
Хо-хо. Що,
Dale
серйозно?
Atkins, right? We need to talk.
Look, not to be rude, but I have work to do.
We know what you've been up to. You're done here.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just doing my job, that's all.
Proof says you've been up to no good.
Figures. Screw this. Screw all you hypocrites on this station. You weren't here when they kicked out our loved ones. Mutiny? We just wanted answers. My sister is out there. I don't even know if she's alive or...
I'm sorry for what happened, but setting explosives isn't the answer.
Neither was sending people into exile because they didn't agree with policy. I don't care what you think. The mutiny leaders were right to demand to know what was going on.
You could have hurt people, killed them.
Like those who got killed when the leadership had the Krogan stomp on my friends? I'm done talking. I confess, it was me. Do whatever you want.
Это не от меня зависит.
Not my call. The Nexus leaders will make that decision.
That lot make a decision? That'll be the day.
Воу. І мені дали опит. Це клас. Досвід мені підходить. Ну, бачите, справився з цією місією. А, подождіть, а там що таке? Не. Ладно, давайте йдемо в свою каюту йдемо. І поки що на цьому, мабуть, закінчимо. Наперед скажу дякую, звичайно, за перегляд. Хоча, подождіть, давайте ще зайдемо до Сема.
Ryder, the blocks your father placed on my array are opening. I can now recall specific memories, which Alec wanted you to see.
Wait, I can actually see his memories?
Yes, you will experience them via your implant.
Okay. Something new every day.
Ну ладно вже, давайте.
Let's see it.
This memory is from the time when your father was posted on the Citadel.
Alec, your recommendations will never fly. Artificial intelligence?
It's our best option.
If the Council gets wind of this, it'll set humanity standing back decades. You're overreaching.
Ambassador Goyle, I'm the military attaché on the Citadel. My mandate is clear. Find an edge for Earth.
And AI is your answer?
We need to catch up. The Asari, the Solarians, they're centuries ahead of us.
But it's illegal.
Their rules, not ours. Why deny Earth an advantage?
Define this advantage.
It will set us free. We're prisoners of our own five senses. There's a reality greater than ours that we can't perceive, but an AI can.
How?
By augmenting our own abilities and adding a few new ones.
Well, none of that stopped those Geth from revolting.
Because they were separate from their creators. But AIs and humans interface directly, experiencing the world together benefits both. There's no creator to revolt against.
I'm sorry, Alec. We can't take the risk. I appreciate your work, but your request will be denied.
Alec,
Ellen, what did the doctor say?
he told me to appreciate the time I have left. There's no cure, Alec. It's terminal.
Not on my watch.
Wow. Hearing Mom again. I never knew that's how Dad found out.
Alec was a stubborn man.
It's how Dad was wired. He didn't like to lose, in any situation.
It would seem that included me.
Nobody wanted to listen. The idea of you scared people too much. After this, Dad moved us back to Earth to care for Mom. Wonder why he wanted me to see this.
Perhaps it was the beginning.
Of what?
Unknown. Private audio logs are now available in your father's quarters. I detect additional memories, but they are currently locked. They may yet hold answers.
Okay, I'll keep working on it.
Добре, поки до зустрічі, і поговоримо з ним ще.
That's all for now.
Of course.
Треба трошки осмислити це все. Бо дуже багато інформації, чесно. Оце суть того, що трошки, да, треба розподіляти. Я буду якось пробувати, подумаю, як його це все розподілити. Почитаємо наступний раз систему архіву і поспілкуємося. Да, треба трошки розподіляти час, бо тому що реально так, інформації багато і тут ще перетравити важко. Ну, цікаво такий момент такий. До речі, це начебто продовження ідеї, яку передав Шепард, по суті. Там, де була ж така момент, коли надав, ну, коротше, пожертвував собою, знищив оцих жнецов, і в результаті я ще надав якісь технології, які дозволяли пов'язати штучний інтелект із людиною, типу, щоб органіка могла отримати здібності оцих, як там вже ж був конфлікт синтетиків, да? А при цьому синтетичні, типу, люди, типу, роботи змогли відчути, ну, якась любов, ці емоції, оце відчути людські ці фактори. Типу, щось вони взаємно поділилися. Це ж була таке в третій частині, якщо згадаєте, подивитесь попередні серії. Там, або кінець навіть отої серії, яка була третя. Там якраз це дуже непогано наглядно показується. То мені це здається, це щось трошки як продовження цього, що було. Тобто, якось поєднуємо, виходить, нас поєднали із Семом. Ну, цікаво. Це так якось інформації, звичайно, забагато. Місії, хоча б хоч одну виконав місію. Ой, це капець. Ладно, наступний раз ми якраз подивимося записі, поговоримо з Семом, і треба подивлюся щодо, як розподілити характеристики, якісь там здібності є. А може пізніше зроблю це, ну ладно. Добре, тоді дякую за перегляд, і до скорої зустрічі, до наступного ефіру. Я не знаю, більше такого нічого не буду говорити. Звичайно, якщо вам сподобалася чи то серія, чи вам подобається ця гра, також, звичайно, пишіть в коментарях, буду цікаво почитати, дізнатися, що вам подобається, не подобається, чи які є у вас розуміння. Я зрозумію, що це вже ігра 2017 року, начебто, да? Ну, бачите, я поки по старих іграх шпілю, ну, поки що шпілі-вілі, кілі-вілі. Якось отак займаюся, питаюся хоч щось так, ну, воно мене якось трошки розслабляє, це таке. Це так зосередитися на такому сюжету, то мені подобаються сюжетні ігри, де можна так от грузитися трошки. Почитати, ізучити щось, мені це до вподоби. Ну, сподіваюся, в мене хоча б горло не буде боліти, ну, тому що в мене постійно щось не можу нормально вилікуватися від цього. Да, періодично щось повертається, той кашель і напрягає. Ну, це так, неважнецько сказав, тобто це не то, що якісь проблеми. Бачите, написано, у вас остались неіспользовані очки навиків. Ну, це якраз наступний раз зробимо це. І все начебто. Переглядайте, дуже дякую за що ви переглядаєте. Ставте вподобайки, якщо вам подобається, і це якраз дуже хороша мотивація для мене. І плюс підписуйтесь, приєднуйтеся, хто ще не підписався, це дуже буде приємно з вашого боку, і мені легше, звичайно. Мені буде набагато легше, якось бачу, що є люди, наплив, тобто є інтерес до каналу, то це, звичайно, прикольно. То це я, мабуть, багаторазово це говорю, ну все ж таки, може, хтось не чув, хтось не знає. Я думаю, це важливо при розвитку каналу, це, звичайно, чим більше людей є, тим більше якась можливість розвиватися. Якось отак можу сказати. По-іншому в мене якісь варіантів, придумки немає. Добре, тоді все-таки до зустрічі. Я, до речі, якщо так загально сказати, я зацікавлений. Отак відверто сказати. Мені зацікавило то те, що я грав, наприклад, попередні серії. І це як продовження Андромеди. Тобто, ну, у нас на перший погляд непогано. Мені подобається це трошки така анімація. Дещо набагато краще, ніж було раніше. Дивіться, непогано так, оп. І ходьба така. Ну, прикольна анімація. Я не скажу, що якась проблеми. Наче відчувається. Трошки деякі моменти нам є механіки, що ти стріляєш, що він там реагує не так. Але непогано. Тобто, по суті, краще, ніж було раніше. Ну, мені подобається. Поки мене зацікавило, щось є, якісь моменти. Оце сканування, звісно, мені не сильно до вподоби. Там я бачу, там написано було завдання, що там треба сканувати там аж 20 з чимось штук, там ще 20 того, 50 того, ну це буде жорстко. Я розумію, було б трошки менше зробили, хоч там десяток, хоча б 10 там рослинності, там такого випадково десь знайти. А якщо їх там 20 і більше, то це взагалі, це ж прям... Ну, прикольна штука сканер. Ну, якщо вона буде, ну, якщо я правильно пам'ятаю, дуже багато не сподобалося, я щось чув такі коментарі, що багато комусь не сподобалася ці механіки, щось там, що постійно сходиш, скануєш. Але з одного боку, як перше проходить, і в інтересах в тому, щоб досліджувати об'єкти, це класна штука, інструмент хороший. Добре, до зустрічі, дякую і па-па. Гарного вечора чи дня. Давайте.